We're in Chicopee, Massachusetts today, and we're in front of the Saran Family Memorial. It's a beautiful picture of, I think it's the Virgin Mary. Could be other saints, though. Quite a nice place, but that's not why we're here. There's so many of these around. Why stop at one? Well, this one I want to tell you certain features of a cemetery. Now, this cemetery was born in May of 1924, and if you look around it, there are what looks like burials before that day, all right? But no, I'll tell you what happens. If you come out into a very established community with a lot of Catholics, and it's already got these big Catholic cemeteries around, what usually happens is that the ethnic groups want to start one up, so they start one later in time. And all their other family members that died before us, that date of the birth of the cemetery, are going to be buried elsewhere. And so, in the Saran's family case, I'm going to show you that over here. It says Peter Saran, 1874 to 1919. 1919, you say right away, the cemetery was founded in 1924. That's impossible. So where is he really buried? He's really buried not in the St. Stanislaus Cemetery, but rather in Chicopee at the Calvary Cemetery, which was the first Catholic cemetery of Chicopee. It was also the third ever Catholic cemetery of Western Massachusetts. Pietro Saran has a stone at the Calvary Cemetery, and he has one here. He has two stones. That one is still in place at the Calvary, and his body's still here, and he has a stone here. That's called a cenotaph. A cenotaph is a location where a cemetery where they have a inscribed stone for that person, but he's buried in another cemetery. All right, and his whole family is here. There's about 30 stones related to the Saran family in this section here. They must have bought out a giant lot for themselves and started burying family members. Now, that's not the only place in Chicopee where the Polish ethnic group would have burials before 1924. I'll show you another one. This is very instructive. Galuska family, Charles and Sophie. Now look at their daughter Emily. 1908, 1914. 6 years old, she dies. Emily cannot be buried here. She's buried in the St. Patrick Cemetery of Chicopee. The reason why is the Calvary Cemetery tend to get all the burials associated with Chicopee Center, and thus churches like the Holy Name Church or any Polish person that's around Chicopee Center, the Chicopee Falls neighborhood would tend to have burials of the Irish and French Canadians and the Polish of Chicopee Falls, because the St. Patrick's Church was all groups together. And so Emily is buried in the St. Patrick's Cemetery without a stone. And so this is also a cenotaph, and she doesn't have a real memorial stone where she is buried. Now, very instructive, because look at the next person down. Charles, baby, 1924, died, never was born because he was born stillborn, and to be buried 1924, the cemetery was ready. He died in June of 1924, the cemetery was ready, but he was never baptized. He was never alive, he was a stillborn. You cannot baptize him in that situation. He is the third child buried in the cemetery, all of them in the non-baptized child section. And so we're going to look towards that section to give you reference. They're along the far wall. It's over there. Right in the middle, they start with the 1924 non-baptized section. So Charles Galuska is the fourth person buried in the cemetery, and the third buried in the baptized section. Right? Incredible. And so if you look around the cemetery, there's going to be a lot more cases like this. And so I hope you get a sense of how to find your relative's true burial location. Now, we're so close to the pre-circle that we had a video stop here this winter, but we're going to show you now in the late spring what it looks like. We know for sure that Lawrence Simon is not really buried here. He died in Buffalo of a tragic accident, and he got hurt during a fall, and he got infected, and he died out in Buffalo. They took his body back to St. Stanislaus Church for a Holy Mass, and many thousands of people showed up. And then they took the body back to Buffalo and buried it in Buffalo. So he's not buried there. He is also a Cenotaphs, and he's memorialized on both sides of these enormous stones. The burials in front are not pastors of St. Stanislaus. They are friars that either were with the friary still, or they, that's the one in Granby, or they went off into the world and became pastors of other churches. And so we'll go to the back just to show you. Okay, it tells you that this Franciscan coat of arms was on St. Stanislaus College and Seminary in Granby from 1927 to 2002. They're going to have their 100th year. They don't exist anymore. They're going to have it soon. Okay, so a lot of wonderful things, and I hope you learn what a cenotaph is, because we just had 3 of them on one stop. Okay, thank you.